And we are here. I have both my kids.
Both of them.
Both of them. They are goofy and sitting here being goobers. And she's playing with a Mario Kart turtle shell, the red one. Couldn't afford to get her the blue one. And I am Baron J67.
And I am T Jones. Welcome back.
Bro.
Welcome back, bro.
I feel like it's been forever.
It's been a minute. This is episode 33. It's been a while. We actually have a whole lot to discuss. We're not going to bother with the excuses. Yeah. But we're back now. We are back now. Shout out Tone Deaf Radio. Shout out
Tone Deaf and the family.
Yes, they are. And before we start, please go take a second. Go to Spreaker.com/Tone Deaf Radio and give it a listen, please. There's so much content on there.
It's ridiculous.
So much different context. So much different opinions and factual stuff going on Spreaker. That's what I let run. Tone Deaf Radio's all the episodes, all their shows, all their different things they have going on. It's a lot of content. Shifting parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. So please go click the link below. It is actually in the link below. Spreaker.
No, it's not in the link below. We gotta adjust it.
Oh, I thought it was. What do you mean,
bro? The links ain't in the links below.
Oh, okay, I'll check.
We'll fix that. But yeah,
we'll fix that.
Yeah.
Damn, it's not. Well, it'll be in the links below on this one.
It'll be there.
Damn. Yeah. So, we got a lot to discuss. This is the week of Forsaken. I'm gonna call it the week of Forsaken.
Oh Jesus.
Yes.
Cade
6. Rest in peace. He was the only hunter I liked in this game. All the other hunters are trash, huh? I'm talking about hunter mains, like people who main hunter. You guys are trash, so keep that in mind.
I think it'd have been more epic if Zavala would have died.
No, he can't. He's the Vanguard leader. He's a general. He don't leave unless he gotta leave. And you know what this DLC has shown us? This DLC has shown us that he's well reserved and gun ho to the people.
He's all about humanity.
Yes. Earth. Because it's like, yo, we got to take care of what we got going on, our vision, this, that, and the third. He was like, yo, Cade dying is a terrible thing, but we still have a job to do. And, that was his point. Understandable, but I was more, that's why I main Warlock, because I think like Ikora do. She was like, for us not to do anything is cowardice. When I heard that, I was like, shit, I had to drink some water. I had to drink.
Hey, no lie, I almost did a trailer review.
You should have.
I should have. But
you should have.
It's all good though. Like I'm gonna look around the internet. I'm gonna scour.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I like about Destiny, because what are we on, year 2?
This is year 1. Year 2. Destiny 2, year 2.
Destiny 2, year 2. So I know for sure I got a solid another year out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And which I'll probably jump in year 3 like I did with D1.
Yeah, but damn, you're right, because what DLC did you stop at? What DLC did you stop at?
With the first one?
With this one. With D2, one? Yeah.
Before the first DLC.
Oh, so you haven't played Warmind, Osiris.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got a lot of shit to do. But you know what Forsaken does, though? You don't have to play that. You could skip those and just go straight to Forsaken.
Now, and what I like, as much crap as I talk about Destiny, and I'll bring up what happened on Twitter a bit. But as much crap as I talk about Destiny, when they get it right, they get it right. You know what I mean? It just bothers me so much that they have to go through a year and a half, damn near 2 years of growing pains in order to get things right. When you figured it out midway, 3/4 of the way on D1, So if you would have just
faster than they did in D1 though.
This
is faster than they did in D1. I can say that.
But my problem was, and I've said this, you can go on just about any podcast,
any episode
we've talked about Destiny. My number one issue was, why did you have to completely hit the reset button? Now I know what it was. It was to get more people. Mm-hmm. Like, I understand business wise what it was about, but it just you literally figured it out. You had people who I'm not a completionist, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You know, you when you set up a game that all levels of people can enjoy, completionists, tryhards, collectors, like you set up a game that was first off a shooter.
Yes.
That was open world-esque and provided the RPG elements that RPG heads are looking for.
Yep.
You had all of that. And then you get to the new game, which you could have easily carried over all those things from that. And you said, nope, start over. That's what, you know what I mean? That's what threw me off. So I own the game, but I'll wait.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna say this as like a true Destiny fan though. Bungie gets to this point of
and lighting makes a difference. Look at that.
Yes, it does, man. Turn that light back on, Shadow. But before I got disrespectful right there, you know, Bungie gets to this point where they decide to, like, they always get to a point. Well, based from D1, all 4 years of D1 up until now, they get to a point where they have to say, let's break the game. Like, let's break the game, give everybody everything, and then we'll adjust it from there, just to get people coming back. And this is why when people were comparing Forsaken to the Taken King, I'm like, y'all ain't even played it yet. Like, how can we sit here and compare it to Taken King when we ain't even played it yet? Taken King was, if I had to say which DLC was the best out of them so far, or from in D1 at least, Taken King was the best DLC, raid-wise, everything, because it gave everybody pretty much everything that they were looking for in Destiny. And adjustments to weapons, the meta shifted and changed. All of that stuff inside of the Taken King is what people wanted. Sword, exotic weapon quests, all of that stuff was in there. So with Forsaken so far, from what I've seen, the grind is there. It is grindy. Obviously, random rolls came back. Not only random rolls on weapons, but random rolls on gear as well, which played a huge part in Destiny 1 and like setting up your character. What else? And I haven't even dove all the way into it yet. I'm still playing. I'm still doing the storyline. And that's only because it's so much other things you can go and do. Like, they brought back bounties. They brought back Petrovenge. They brought back all of that stuff. The Prison of Elders is to return. So it's a lot of stuff that we can do so far in Destiny. So I'm playing it. I'm grinding it. I've been back in Destiny since the second week in Solstice of Heroes. And so far, I like what I see. Matter of fact, you can't talk about Forsaken, the DLC, until you really talk about patch 2.0. Because that's the thing that shifted everything. It brought back radar to competitive. It brought back the weapon slot changes, where you can actually run 3 shotguns. You can run 3 snipers. You know, all of that stuff is in the game. So you can do all of that. They really gave customability to your character to us.
To a whole new level.
Not now, to a whole new level, I would just say to us, because it's still limitations on things that you can do or you can't do.
Let me tell you this. Those changes, what you just mentioned, are the types of changes I expected when I came into D2. Like, changes such as full customization. Like, if you want to be the ultimate sniper hunter, by God, you're going to be the best damn sniper hunter because you got 3 sniper rifles. And no, you know what I mean? But
I'm gonna tell you why. At first I wasn't expecting nothing like that, because this is why I say they always go to a point of saying, we got to break the game, not only to get people back, but just to get Destiny a whole new feel, because 3 sniper rifles don't make sense in most of the situations that you deal through. That's like 100%. A challenge thing that you want to do. Oh, I'm gonna run through the raid with 3 sniper rifles. Oh, I'm gonna run through the raid with 3 shotguns. That's like, you know, those are what the 1% PvE players do to challenge themselves. But when you're dealing with like a everyday, like a casual player, or someone like me who, when I go to do a raid, I just want to get in and get out. I'm not trying to be in there challenging with nobody, because half the time I don't know everybody I'm playing the raid with, and I don't want to be in there too long. So to run 3 sniper rifles in Crucible, you're more of a detriment, unless you're the best. You're like a god with a sniper rifle. You're a detriment to your team more than you're a help to your team. You see what I'm saying? So
true.
With them doing that was cool. Like, I was like, all right, well, you know, we're gonna get these montage clips now. Like, this is for the PvP montage clips. But then you can run like 3 shotguns. You can run dual submachine guns. You can run 2 fusion rifles, or 1 linear fusion rifle and 1 fusion rifle.
Now this is a question to you, who is a true fan of the game. Outside of story, I'm trying to ask this, I guess, from a technical standpoint.
Yeah.
What is drastically different from a technical standpoint, not story driven wise, from D1 till now? So comparing now to year 3 D1.
Year 3 D1 to now?
Yes.
There's not really anything different when it comes to that, other than like story and all of that. Like you said, not even story. There's nothing really different to the game, other than
the 3 weapon things. Like
the 3 weapon things, that's different. Collections, something that they should have had. That's amazing. I thought the concept of that was dope, because now I can delete my favorite gun from year 1 and not worry about it, because I always have it. Even though I may not ever use it again, but I always got it. I can always go back and pick that gun back up. Now that's...
go ahead.
Go ahead? No. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I kind of answered your question already.
The reason I asked that was because those are the changes that I expected. You know what I mean? That embodied what I expected to change. I wanted... Give me adjustments to an already great game to make it that much more greater. Don't break the game and give me something new. Well, now, I'm talking about something that's already a year in the past. Clearly, we're dealing.
But
with
no, you have to use it. You can't talk about this without talking about D1, because the changes that they made in D1, the same stepping stones is the same path they're going down now. Because some of the shit that they did in D2 year 2 or right now, they're gonna change some of this stuff. Titan, Insurmountable Skullfort, that shit's gonna change. These motherfuckers is running around rampant in Crucible, literally running around shoulder charging, killing people 1 hit.
I heard about that,
and that's it's crazy. Like I said, they do things like this, break the game for a minute, then reel it back in a little bit. Like, hey, we're going to nerf trace rifles because that shit's ridiculous. People is one-plating Callus. They're one-plating a raid boss with the cohort now. And remember, the cohort before was the ultimate raid weapon for skulls and for damage, because the longer you hold the trigger, you're doing more damage. But now people is easily one-phasing Callus with the whole amount of buffs. Now, the one thing I can say that's different from year 2 to year 1 is the amount of buffs that you can give your team. Like, there was buffs in D1, but it was like specific situations. Yeah. We have guns that I can shoot this guy with for example, my favorite gun now as a support player is the tractor cannon. Because with the tractor cannon, I shoot an enemy. Now, any damage other than void gives it a 30% increase in damage. But any void damage gives it a 50% increase in damage for about 10 seconds. So
that's a lot if you're cranking shots.
Yes. So now,
especially on a boss.
So even like Destiny has never been like a numbers game unless you were really technical. Like you were optimal DPS is the coin term in the community now. But you're sitting here, no one's actually looking at numbers until D2 started because of the amount of stuff that they put in the game. Now they got timers that'll let you know when your buff is done. Now they got all this other stuff with your character that can help. Now that can help out your team. For example, rally barricade with the Titan. Now you don't have to crouch. I can just stand next to it and I'll get the rally barricade buff, and my gun automatically reloads itself for a certain amount of time. Lunafaction boots. Year 1 Destiny 2 or D2 year 1, you had to step out of the rift, then step back in the rift to get the automatic reload. So now you don't have to do that no more. So, and then that buff, as long as you have the boots on, any ally that steps inside the rift gets that buff. So they went out of their way to make supporting friends or allies pretty much a lot easier or a lot much better in D2 than they did in D1. So that is something that's kind of different because it was in D1, but it wasn't so heavily like now. I haven't even gotten it yet, but the Warlock, the solar super that it has is a sword. I stab a sword in the ground and anybody that's standing in it gets ultimate healing power and their damage output is raised a little bit. So they kind of really turned it into like that. Hey, people are going to be looking at the numbers. People are going to be paying attention to, damage outputs. They're going to be looking
So when I hear that, I'm hearing they bumped up the RPG factor.
Pretty much when it comes to that, yeah. So now you can find a whole bunch of channels on YouTube and all over the place that go over numbers with you, that breaks down damage output and breaks down the optimal gun to use in certain situations, and they're all over the internet. So you for sure can find something like that. So yes, they did amp up the RPG factor to Destiny 2, and I like that stuff.
That's a good thing.
Yes, it is. Thing. Because when you compare Destiny to games like, I'm gonna use Warframe. Warframe is a great example because that breaks it down technical. Like if you want to run a full solar build, like where you're ultimately, and you can run something like that in D2, but in Warframe it's so technical that it's almost it's real like what would you say? It's like intimidating to look at everything that's going on Warframe. Yeah. Whereas in Destiny, it's simple. Like you click your subclass and you click which tree you want to run, and then that's that.
And you know what, man? When and I use this in a very broad, strokey way. When I think of PC games, especially PC heavy MMO RPGs, even MMO shooter RPGs such as Warframe, I always put them on a more technical scale. Like if I see a easy to play and pick up PC MMO RPG, I almost think it should just be a console game.
Yeah.
Or I would compare that to a console game. That's a better way to say it.
Yeah.
I would never, there's not too many games I would compare Warframe, even though that is a console RPG, but let's be real, it's built.
It's built for PC. It is.
Yeah.
But in the way
having to keep your dog alive, like
exactly, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if they all they need to do is add like, and they all they need to do is add like true custom ability into D2, and you would be able to get it to that point. Now everything that you would want to customize in D2 now, it's all random. It's all random. So if you want to run a shotgun build, which you have unflinching shotgun, target acquisition shotgun ammo reserve, it's going to be hard for you to find, okay, I want this full suit, but I want this full suit with shotgun everything. That shit's damn near impossible. because now you're.
But don't that add the fun?
Oh hell!
Don't that bring the fun back?
Listen, let me.
Like, I know what I'm looking for,
bro. I know what I'm looking for now. It's a hand cannon in D2 year 1 that was trash. I can't even say the name of it. It was the worst, but the reload animation on it was dope. It looked like some Hellboy type gun.
Ooh,
so I said, when I
snapped and then you threw the
when I heard that I was gonna be able to get that shit in D2 with random rolls, I said I'm finding the perfect one for PvE and PvP, and it's the highest input. So if I can get something with like rangefinder and kill clip, I could 2-tap people in the Crucible with it. And I'm looking for that because I like that. I like searching for what you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you may get one and it be the worst roll. Like I can get one with the same perks from D2 or from D1 or D2 year 1.
Yeah. And
I wouldn't be mad. I'd be disappointed, but I'd be ready to go try to get another one. And I'll on it and keep, like, right now, that's all I'm saving my parts, my gunsmith parts for, is for that gun. So them bringing that back was amazing, and it's a lot of people are going to be grinding this game for the perfect gun now, because now random rolls are back. Excuse me.
And you know what? What I always loved about random rolls was the closest feeling I can give is when I got a what was that one Cabal gun that everybody's losing in D2 year 1?
D2, the Skyburner's Oath.
When I picked up
exotic,
yeah. When I grabbed the Skyburner's Oath in a drop, or I forgot how I got it. It had to be a drop, and everybody was hot.
People sending you messages.
They was like,
yeah.
What was the perk on that where you would be in the? I remember I'd be in the air, and it would just be letting off. I forgot what it was.
I know that if you aim down sight, it slowed the fire rate, but it boosted the damage.
That's what
and
it
then,
was. If you crucible tagging, pop,
if you shoot, you don't want to. You think you was good with that shit now? Try that shit, or then try that shit now. The bullets actually track people. If you it has explosive rounds on it.
I thought I was the shit with my Skyburner.
I was. Oh, excuse me. Let me plug my charger on my controller up. I was playing competitive, trying to get that Redrix, which I did not complete. And this dude was running the Skyburner's Oath, and I'm getting hit. I'm like, yo, what is hitting me? Then I'm like trying to get closer, trying to hug the wall, and I died. And I seen what the dude hit me for. I was like, this fool is cheating. Yo, he got aimbot. He's shooting me through the wall. Then I realized what he shot me with. I had to go look at the perks. I'm like, let me read these perks again. I took my glasses off and everything. But yeah, they broke some of these guns. Graviton Lance broken. That shit is disgusting in the Crucible. Vigilance Wing. I wouldn't say Vigilance Wing broken. I would see.
You know why I hated the Vigilance Wing?
Why?
It took up so much of my screen. I didn't realize how much. That's funny. I remember that.
That is Destiny 2. These guns feel like I ain't holding the gun, but they feel heavy and bulky and big.
Yeah, I'm like, why can't I see the whole right hand?
Yo, I can't see the right quadrant of my screen. What is going on here?
Like, screen's gone.
Yeah.
And then I like to look down sight. So at the whole looking down and coming down through that whole time, that millisecond, even though that all makes the difference,
it does.
I can't see what's going on because I'm bringing down this cannon.
Yeah, but this is why PvP feels so good on PC, or let me not say feels, looks so good on PC, because the snappiness of it, of that 60 frames per second, and then the way that these people actually move around with the mouse, using mouse and keyboards, feels like this is how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So like when I watch people play competitive matches or scrim, because I think with this change, this D2 patch, this patch 2.0, It's gonna really boost up the competitive scene to Destiny 2. So a lot more people will be trying to play competitively now, like actual tournaments, money tournaments and stuff like that. And obviously private matches are back. A lot of more people will be playing it because of the custom ability. And then the way that they can run these is actually all on them. Hey, no exotic armor pieces, or hey, no exotic heavies, stuff like that. People will run and set that up as the rule set. So so far, man, I'm gonna just say this is gonna be my last point on it. I'm gonna say so far I'm enjoying it. I'm not gonna give it a 10 out of 10 right now because I don't know what it is. I haven't finished it. The raid hasn't even came out yet, so we'll see. I think the enemies are dope. I think the way they set Aldrin up to be the bad guy, to be the villain, is dope. Them having to kill. This is how Jurassic Destiny Bungie had to do. They had to kill Cade 6. They had to kill Cade 6. Like the most loved character out of all three Vanguard, the only one with a personality. They had to kill Cade 6.
And that's what I honestly was so thrown off because I was like, he was the comedic relief.
Yes.
Like, you would hear some funny stuff out of Ikora, but it was more or less in response to Cade.
Yes.
It was never just like on her own. She would just be outright like hilarious.
Yeah.
It was always, I heard Cade did this. Da 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 da.
Exactly.
Like I said, I think it would have been more epic to kill Zavala and watch Cade go on a killing spree.
But I'm gonna tell you why I feel like Bungie had to kill Cade. I felt they were looking at
Fillion was expensive.
Not only that, they were looking at stream numbers, they were looking at content creator numbers, they were looking at people who played the game and realized not a lot of people was playing this game. So what do you do? What do you do to get people back? Something to break the game. Hey, Cade dies. Cade dies. Everybody's Cade died.
Everybody
what do you
looking
mean?
around like, what are you lying
I remember
about?
when I seen the hashtag trending on Twitter, I said, Cade. Rest in peace, Cade.
Rest in peace, Cade. Yeah, for Cade.
Yeah. I'm looking
and then I watched the trailer and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, the second trailer was.
Yeah.
The second trailer was like, damn, you know? And even when you play
on style.
Man, when you play the story mission though, it's actually because it plays the trailer first and then it reverts back. And then you're running through the mission with Cade. It's hilarious. It's one of the greatest story missions of all time in the Destiny universe. And you're running through, and he was like, "You go high,
spoiler alert.
He said, "You go low, I go high." Yeah, spoiler alert. And he's literally, well, actually, it's not really spoiler because you knew he died.
You know he dies. Yeah.
Well, you're running through the bottom because you're going low and he's going high. And out of nowhere, you just see him golden gun, like one of the enemies jumped high to hit him, and he just slid under him, and he golden gunned him, and then he stops and he looks at you and he throws a grenade over his shoulder, and he says something to you, and as soon as you get up there, you see the explosion. It was I said, oh man, see, Cade, man, only hunter that I really had mad respect for. All you hunter mains out there in the world, you're trash.
Damn.
You're trash.
But you didn't like them shadow stepping with a blade?
No, it's just hunters feel like they the shit, but they not. Back from D1, I got into this.
That leader is dead.
I got into this. He was a clanmate at the time. He's real chill. He didn't know it was me. I jumped into the party and I was like, Warlocks is the master race. How could you say that? He went into this whole tirade. I'm like, bro, listen. Hunters do nothing. Y'all guys are selfish. You guys have nothing that helps me. Titans help me with bubble.
Y'all not no squad help at all.
I was
go ahead and go sneak over here and get this kill.
I was like, listen. I could just bring up so many different opportunities. They had to give you guys something to help us. They had to make something for you guys to help us. Shadow shot is the only thing that was, we need orbs. Shadow shot, and then we get orbs back. But nah, I was telling him, I'm like, listen, bro, you think any of y'all would have cleared the raid before it got easy for people. Hunters, hell no, you guys sucked. You could only knock off easily knock off Atheon with a Warlock. You could do it with the Titan, but you only have 2 grenades and you got to place them shits perfect. I said, bro, there's nothing a Warlock can do. Y'all can't knock Atheon off with anything y'all have. Y'all can't do anything. Y'all could not have done anything to have beaten that raid. He was like, so. I'm like, bro, relax, man.
Okay. So enough with Destiny. Let me tell you.
It's a good 30 minutes, man.
Bro, let me explain to you. I think I'm gonna take up the rest of the time with this one.
Go ahead, man.
I don't know if I even told you. I went to a all night Dungeons and Dragons session.
You didn't tell me, but I seen you posted something on I want to say it was Instagram. So I was just waiting for you to say, you know what I'm saying? Waiting for you to say something, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, though. It's all good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
Man. So from 8 p.m. to 3 in the morning.
Oh, hell no. That's a Monopoly game.
From 8 p.m. to 3 in the morning, I ran my first, ever run of Dungeons and Dragons.
How did that go?
Okay, so first off, the dice were not in my favor. They were in my favor for when I rolled my character stats.
Mm-hmm.
I think my lowest stat was 11.
Okay.
So I had 17, 16. I was crushing.
Yeah.
I was doing great. Okay. So I am a half orc rogue, inquisitive rogue, who is neutral, is a kleptomaniac, and loves and always takes an opportunity of stealing from rich people. I was not orc enough for my clan. So, and then I wasn't human enough or elf enough or whatever the other half was for the other group.
Oh man.
So I was a street urchin, and I would just look for family anywhere I can find it. And I care for my people to a fault.
Sound like Robin Hood.
Basically, a buff ass Robin Hood. So, and then my name was Fridge because I stay cool under pressure.
Shut up.
Yeah. So that was,
you know what? That was something you didn't roll that. You came up with that your damn
came
self.
Up with that, yeah.
My name was Fridge.
Yeah.
Hi, Fridge.
So that was my character's backstory. Now, let me tell you. When I tell you, the guy, our dungeon master, told us like this. He was like, the story is this long. You guys did this much. Because we kept taking every other route possible. Mm-hmm. And then our first fight was against these giant-ass wolves. And my dumb self kept rolling low, terrible numbers. I'm missing arrow shots. My partner ended up shooting our hand-to-hand combat partner in the side, so she enters her own partner. Then we got an elephant dude, and he's not doing nothing.
Elephant dude, what are you guys, Persian?
Yeah. Bro, yes, basically. You know what I kept calling us? I called us the Guardians of the Land, mm-hmm. because it was like, have you seen that show on Disenchantment? Oh, okay. I'll go to sleep.
I'm sorry. What'd you say? Oh, you heard me?
Yeah. Have you seen the
I
show?
Muted myself.
No, you didn't.
I thought I did.
Nah. I was like, all right, I'll go night night.
I thought I did. Hey, well, while I'm gonna put you on. Well, yeah, okay, she good.
So, have you seen the show Disenchantment on Netflix?
No, I have not.
Okay, well, you've seen Futurama, right?
Yes, I have.
So you know how they always magically mess up in the worst possible way and then it works out?
Yes.
That was our whole adventure.
Uh-oh.
So I ended up because I didn't think, I'm a street urchin, that's going to affect how much gold I start with. I ended up starting with 10 pieces of gold.
Oh, shit.
Everybody else in my group, we got a monk, we got this rich sailor, elephant dude, and then I got a ranger. They all 40 gold, mm-hmm. 70 gold, this gold, that gold.
So who dictates how much gold you start with?
Well, it's based on your stats. So your character, what class you're going to go into, this, that, like what gear and stuff you start with. That's more or less how it dictates. It's all based on this book. I don't have a book because I got to order one, but the Dungeons and Dragons like player's manual, everything's dictated in there. So like if you pick, by me picking a half orc, I already had certain abilities that were bonuses.
Okay.
Then
and
by me
picking your characters is off of a roll, or
no? You pick your characters how you want.
Oh, okay.
You know, some people get mad at you, like, why in the hell would you be a full orc rogue? Like, ain't no orc sneaking around picking pockets. Like, why would you do
big
that?
ass orc?
Yeah, like, why wouldn't you pick a wood elf who's tiny or a halfling, or you know what I mean?
Can you be a ninja though?
No, but
rogue. I can't be a ninja with shadow sneak attacks.
A rogue, that's a rogue. A rogue would be that.
But do I get to wear like the ninja thing and wear all black?
If you want to wear all black, there is an assassin class for the rogue.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want sneak attacks where I can dip into my shadow.
Yeah,
like, can I do that?
Yes, you would have to be, I want to say level 5, and then you get to pick your class.
Like, so nobody can touch me. Like, I can poof, be gone type shit.
Well, let me tell you. So let me break down my first fight.
Okay.
So Dungeon Master, this is how he starts off. He was like, you guys are on a mission to go grab a professor and take him to this area. Simple enough. And I was like, oh, this ain't never simple. So, and it's dope because our Dungeon Master, he was super into it. He was really into it. Shout out to Vince. You're the best. He super helpful. It was cool. Well, all he tells us, there's a road, veers to the left. What do you guys want to do? And I was like, okay, well, I want to get off my horse and go scout ahead because it just makes sense because I don't know what's around the corner because this don't sound too friendly. And I don't want my horse to get slaughtered. Now I got to walk everywhere. So I dismount, get off my horse. And you really have to talk about what you want to do.
Okay.
And then you always roll for everything. So we get there, and the monk character comes with me. And we see some sheep herders. And then the sheep herders, he says they get all afraid because, of course, you got some random people on the road. And I'm thinking they're used to being attacked by bandits. Well, all of a sudden you hear giant roars and grumbles in the bushes. So he was like, all right, what do you guys want to do? I was like, well, I am a rogue, and I know I can scout and got long distance and all these other abilities. So I would like to go and go hide in the bush, and then check and see if I can see what's in there. So my partner goes and talks to the shepherds and tries to calm them down. I go into the bush, and as soon as I go into the bush, I basically start the battle. And 4 giant wolves bust out.
Okay.
When I tell you we were the worst, I rolled a 1. No, I didn't roll a 1. I didn't roll a 1. No.
How many dice is there?
No, well, you got your D20, you got your D6, your D8. I want to say your D4. I know for sure I used D6, D8, and I want to say a D4.
Okay.
Which are just those weird. You know, you always see the dice.
The weird looking dice.
I always seen the weird looking dice, and I never knew what the hell they were.
Yeah.
But now I know what they are.
I never knew what the heck they were either.
Yeah, I know what they are now, like for the most part. And you use the D20 the most.
Okay.
So you use the D20 for everything. Like I wanted to shoot one of the wolves, and he was like, all right, roll. And I rolled plus my stat bonus, and I still didn't hit. So I'm missing arrows.
Wait,
and then
who dictates if you hit or not?
The Dungeon Master. He's basically God.
Okay. Jesus.
But he's fair.
How's that fair? How you boost your stats and then
you
miss?
Roll against him. He's rolling too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So it's like
that kind of gives it balance.
It gives it balance. Like he's God. He can be a douche, but
you can outplay God.
Yes. Like if you roll a natural 20, boom. It's like, oh, okay. Well, all right, fine. Yeah, you win. Good for you. Mm-hmm. Like, and,
so is there like a book or like things he goes through that say, hey, if you roll over this number, you succeed or you fail?
Yes.
Okay. And failing is totally be up to him.
Yes.
Like, so he determines.
I want to say,
can he determine how you fail?
Yes.
Like you bank it off the tree and stab your friend.
Yes.
Okay.
And And
That's
let me
dirty.
and that's what makes the story so funny, and why you really do need a good dungeon master to keep it going. So I ended up, okay, let's get past the fight, because that took forever and we got our asses handed to us. And we barely killed one wolf, and then the rest left. Okay. So we finally get...
You guys are noobs.
Yeah, oh, big time. So one of the sheep herders died, and me being in character, I'm the kleptomaniac that I am.
Oh, shit.
So I'm like, oh, well, let me try to loot the corpse. So I roll, and I didn't roll high enough to successfully loot the corpse without being busted. And he's like, oh, so you're just gonna... What are you doing, man? Have respect for the dead. And I'm thinking, I was like, shit, am I going to have to kill this guy? And he pauses. He was like, so are you saying that as your character out loud? I was like, oh, no.
I was saying that like a joke.
As a joke. Yeah, because you know, if you really want to have fun with it, you got to get into it.
Yeah, do stuff.
And that's
like
what
that.
I tell anybody. It's like going to medieval times. You know it's fake, but if you get enough grog, and you got enough food, have fun. Have fun. And you know me, man. I nerded all the way out.
Of course you did.
I felt like I was playing the realest, dopest game of Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
Like Skyrim to level 10. Because I was like, well, hell. Okay, let me give you a perfect example. I didn't want to pay for my room. Because once again, I only had 10 gold, and we had to stay the night until the morning to go talk to the people.
Yeah,
because we took so long at the fight.
Yeah,
we got there night. So I was like, he was like, yeah, the barmaid, and I was like, oh, so it's a woman. He's like, yeah, her name is Stalebeard, whatever. And I was like, can I sleep with her? And he was like, well, you could try. He was like, so go ahead and roll for persuasion. And so I rolled for persuasion. Hit a natural 20, and he was like, so what are you going to say? I was like, oh, hey, seems like it's not too many young men around here. Like, they are, you need somebody to keep you warm at night and safe from the wolves.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird because the dungeon master plays all NPCs.
Oh, shit. So he has to reply?
He has to, yeah. So it got super strange, but I'm having fun playing the damn game.
Mm-hmm.
It is... Okay, so I'm going to back up. So the part that's so crazy to me is when I tell people this, because I talked to, of course, my wife and then my coworkers, and my wife was like, it sounds like you were playing a game, like a video game.
Yeah.
The way you're describing it. And I was like, that's how it felt.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to have fun because I was going to do my best to have fun. I mean, hell, I paid $15 to go kick it from 8 to 3 a.m., so I was going to make sure I had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I had too much damn fun.
I'm tell.
I'm trying to hit the high notes. So I ended up hooking up with the barmaiden.
Oh, shit.
The barmaiden, I used my perception, investigation skills to search her room. And while, of course, after, she's
and
tired,
you successfully got away with that?
I successfully stole stuff out of her room, which ended up being a love potion.
Oh, shit.
And I ended up having to sleep with somebody else because they sprayed the love potion on themselves. And I needed my team to steal something from their store. So, I was like, what the hell's going on here?
It sounds awful.
It was bad, bro. It was like Bad News Bears, but adventure style.
Yeah.
Like, we did everything wrong. I was stealing from... This guy tried to sell us, like, snake oil as potions, and I ended up convincing him... I ended up using my perception of... or investigation or perception, I can't remember. You got a bunch of different stats that you could roll for to see if he was lying, because the way he was talking, I was like, I don't know, this sounds fake.
Yeah.
I'm talking about potions of invincibility and this and that, and it ended up being like goat piss. So as he turned away to point me to the real potion, I was like, I'm gonna roll to sneak and steal something off his table.
Yeah.
And he was like, go ahead. And I ended up rolling enough to steal from him as he looked away. So when he looked away, I swiped 2 daggers from him. One of the daggers ended up being fake because I didn't roll high enough to get
the fake
all 100% success.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we got to have fun. And then we get to the real shopkeeper with the potions. and this dude has a black hole that leads to another portal,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't know what it was, and I was like, oh, well, I want to investigate. I'm having fun. Any little thing I can do.
You sound like you were pissing people off.
No, that's what I'm telling you, only my side of it.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Let me tell you how bad my teammates were. We first get to the damn tavern, and these fools want to have a drinking contest.
Sound like alcoholics.
Well, our partner, the elephant dude, he's a sailor who all of his family and pirate crew or ship crew got murdered, and now he's an outraging alcoholic. So he goes in there and the dude's like 800 and something pounds.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, hey, I want to buy a barrel of ale. So he ends up dropping 30 gold because he can afford it.
Nah, shit.
Yeah, they're balling. I'm the poor one. So I have to do something strange for some change just to survive.
I want to hear what you left the game with gold.
I wish, you know what? I'm so stupid. I should have brought my, I still have my stat sheet and everything.
Okay.
Here, matter of fact, let me check. But, okay. So my teammates, they were having drinking contests. They were, what else did they do? They reminded me of dope stuff to do because I'm I had the potion and I didn't know what it was because I didn't give the lady a chance to spray it.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave it to the alchemist dude who creates the potions, and he sprayed it on himself. And then he ended up falling in love. And then I was like, well, we got to steal something from him. So my character, I guess, was bisexual. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
But I ended up hooking up with the store guy. Yeah, we got all the potions.
Got everything you needed.
Got everything we needed. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is crazy.
I feel
bro.
I feel like what Tyler Perry feels like.
You stupid. Oh, you're stupid. So, I can travel through cities twice as fast. I got a bunch of different skills.
Yeah.
I ended up with a disguise kit, thieves' tools.
Dang, man.
Yeah, leather armor, short sword, 3 daggers, because one of the daggers was fake, so
yeah.
I would have had 4. I got a pet mouse. I got a small knife. I was breaking into people's stuff. I was stealing off of dead bodies. I was doing everything I could, and then we got attacked by a goddamn owl bear.
A what?
An owl bear. What made this moment so epic, and I'm gonna shut up about it.
Was it the head of the owl, body of the bear?
On a bear.
Anything that got an owl head, I ain't messing with it.
It's scary as fuck.
I know. Anything.
Okay. It's scary. but peep this though. So what made it so intense was the dude. Once again, you need a good dungeon master to really get you into the game.
Yeah.
This dude was fucking into it. He was like, so you guys are traversing through the woods. Then all of a sudden he starts fucking snarling and hooting like an owl. I was like, whoa.
What the hell is wrong with him?
Bro, it's tripping. And then he pulls out his book and he was like, this is what you guys see in the distance. And I was like, motherfucking owlbear.
Motherfucking owlbear.
I'm sitting there, and I cuss a lot. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, the fucking owlbear. And he's hooting and growling. And I'm like, okay. So our partner cast this shadow spell. But the problem with the shadow spell is it blocks everybody's vision. So everybody blind.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay. Well, I jump up in the tree. And of course I didn't roll high enough. So I'm only 10 feet in the tree.
First branch.
Yeah. Where the damn owlbear can pick me off like a fresh berry.
Yeah.
So then he rolls, so we go through another turn and I'm like, okay, well, I want to jump to another tree like Tarzan so I can get a better advantage point. He was like, okay, roll for it. So I roll lower than 12.
Oh, shit.
And I end up falling. And then I land into the shadows and I take damage. But then the owlbear is now smelling for me because he heard me.
Yeah.
So my next turn, I was like, well, I want to shoot in the direction. I want to take my short bow and shoot in the direction of the owlbear. I, of course, roll a crappy number, 5 or something real low.
Yeah. And
miss the owlbear, almost kill my ranger partner's panther. Then, now, my partner was like, okay, well, I'm going to dispel the shadows. And I was like, no, don't do that. The owlbear is right here.
Owlbear somewhere.
She was like, I think they were sick of me at this point because she was like, well, you made the mistake of going in the tree. I was like, partner, Wait. She dispels, and I didn't realize I didn't say to get up. So my character is still on the ground next to the owlbear, and then my elephant drunk friend decides to go in rage mode because he's a barbarian.
Fool.
And he goes in rage mode and rolls a 1. I'm next to the owl. He ends up chopping me. I take 12 damage, and then we had to call it because at that point it was 3:15 in the morning.
Yeah,
bro,
it was over. It's all bad. We all dead.
Bro, I was like, what? And he was like, why'd you guys jinx me? I said, I begged you not to go there in rage mode.
Now I got
stand on the advantage side.
Let me ask you a question. So as you're going through this story,
and I got the shopkeeper killed because I asked him to come with me so we could use his interdimension portal. Well, he ended up dying by the owlbear. Forgot about that.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
I killed an NPC.
Casualties of war.
Bro, but I just wanted this portal. Go ahead.
But so when as you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, is this like everybody gets a turn, or is it like, hey, you just call it?
That's what I thought. I thought it was turn based, but it was more or less like you kind of just naturally go with it.
Okay.
And the one major rule that I liked about this was the guy who ran the full session, because it was multiple sessions going on. It was like 5 sessions going at once. The main rule was no metagaming. Basically, once you're in character, you're the character. So if somebody opens a chest and they're on the other side of the house, you can't say, "Oh, now I walk over there and go open the chest," because you're not near them. So you don't know they opened the chest.
So you got to roll to get to the room first.
You got to describe your actions. Only time you need to roll is for I want to do
actions.
Basically, outside of when it comes to walking around, you don't need to roll. But when it comes to combat and walking around, you need to roll. So, for example, I want to turn off my mic. Okay, roll for it. Give me a roll for whatever that would be. Okay, I rolled a natural 20. Not only did you turn off your mic, you turned off your computer. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's type of
so
that type of stuff.
If you're in a situation like with the owlbear, you could roll like, I want to shoot, then roll away from him.
Okay, first you would shoot, and then you would say you would disengage. Okay. So you get an action, a bonus action, and something else. But you get 3 things to happen.
But you got to roll for that.
Yes, like when I was fighting the wolves, I was in the woods shooting with my short bow because I was within 80 feet or whatever. So I had the range, and all of this stuff is described. Like, okay, you're this many feet away from your partner. What would you like to do? Would you like to move half the distance and use that as like? You really have to talk about what you're doing, and that also adds to the fun of it.
So, in Dungeons and Dragons, can you have revolvers?
No, I don't know. Unless they have a book where guns are in there.
Damn, I wanted a sword and 2 dual revolvers.
Well, you can get a sword and you can get a crossbow. You can carry crossbows.
Yeah, but I want dual revolvers. I need dual.
Well, you could be Ocelot of the 15th century out there with like crossbows.
But dual, like that's like 1 shot at a time, though. That's like 2 shots. I need at least 12 shots.
Well, I'm sorry, they didn't have Gatling guns like during the days of witch magic. Well, then you'd probably going to be. I don't know. Like I played with something I normally like play with. I usually always go in all my games rogue. Let me go rogue.
Yeah.
Let me be a rogue. Let me be a thief. Let me be. It was so much fun though, man.
Yeah.
Like, and the place I go to, I want to say they meet up every Sunday.
Okay.
3 to 7 p.m.
So you going back?
Yes. Hell yeah. I gotta finish that story. I have to finish that story.
Oh, so do they just like put it on pause and then y'all
can, yeah. Because the dungeon master, he told us, he was like, you guys, like I said earlier, he was like, this is the story. You guys finished like we barely made it out of the town.
So what's
we got the mission? We don't know. I don't know. The dungeon master ain't gonna tell us.
I'm trying to think, like, what the hell would Endgame be like?
But you know what show is really dope that you need to watch that gives you a good description of it is Harmon Quest.
Harmon Quest.
Because imagine everything I described to you, but somebody animated it like a cartoon.
Okay.
That's what Harmon Quest is. You literally got the guy from Rick and Morty, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Isn't this the show where they like it's like Dungeons and Dragons, but they
are playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
I don't think we could use the word.
But it's like they're really sitting at a table playing, and then they animate it.
What they're doing is what we did.
Oh, okay, cool. I think I've seen. I think this was on Twitch. I've seen it on Twitch before,
bro.
Yeah,
hooked.
Damn, man,
hooked.
Didn't know you was going to go play some Dungeons and Dragons, man.
Well, you know how I found it, bro. There's this place called Play Live Nation at the mall.
I know. Where? Which mall?
Over at Tyler.
Okay.
So it's a modern day arcade. Instead of having like boxes and units, they got Xboxes and couches all along the walls.
Is this like Howie's?
It's without computers.
Okay.
It's Howie's without computers. So in the middle though, imagine computers replaced by board games. So in the middle they got room for card games. Like when I first went, because we found it just walking around, and oh damn, we ain't got enough time. That's another thing I want to talk about. My bad. I told you I was going to take up a bunch of time.
Hey man, I'm cool with that. I was having a blast hearing about your story,
bro. Oh my god, I'm hooked. Yeah. But so
we can get to that next episode.
Yeah, because I want to tell you about my Fitbit adventures now.
Fitbit.
Fitbit. Oh, it's bad, bro. It's so competitive.
Mm-hmm. Who you challenging?
So Kylie and my coworker, but it's so bad. Like they sent me a message. All of a sudden, I got an alert right now. That's what I was looking at my phone. I got an alert. Oh, so and so passed you up.
Uh-oh.
And they're up by like 800 steps, and I was like, I'm going on a run.
And hit the block.
Yeah, I'll be back. Yeah, like if I have my watch on, no lie, I'd be trying to get steps in because I refuse to lose. I didn't realize how competitive I am until this fit.
Nah, you. I think you competitive in selective things. Like you ain't you more do stuff for fun. Unless you win, then it's like.
Then I'm rubbing it in people's face.
Beat you.
But this is real.
Yeah.
This is like very real.
Mm-hmm.
I don't appreciate it, and I'm not gonna lose.
Hey.
They should be in bed. I don't know what they out here.
They out here getting it in.
Yeah, it's
late night grinds.
Yeah, you get late night sleeps.
They probably just walking around their crib. That's what I do.
Yep, I'm about to put mine on and bust laps.
Bust laps around the kitchen.
Walking laps.
Damn, man. Well, I'm glad you got to experience it. It's something that I've wanted to try before. I just never. And there's actually a couple. Huh?
Your mic went out for a second.
Oh yeah. Okay. I think it's probably because I stepped away. But it's something that I've always wanted to try. Something I always was interested in, and I know we talked about it here on one of the episodes, one of the previous episodes. So I'm glad you got to experience it. So now I have to do one. Yes. I have to be a part of one soon because,
bro, you would have so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't recommend it for everybody, but if you enjoy RPG gaming and you've always wanted to live a customized adventure,
this is it.
Like
I figured you had to. Now that you kind of explained the rules to me, it seems like how I always thought about it. Like you had to have some type of imagination. Like you had to be able to. But you know what playing video games does? It kind of gives you that. Like it gives you things that you can do. Like you can take some of your favorite games and pull some type of action that has happened.
Bro, I was thinking Assassin's Creed. What I wanted to do, and I probably could have done it, was I want to jump over the owlbear, and as I'm jumping over him, take my short bow and fire a shot off
in his eye
at him. Yeah, I felt like if I would have said that, I would have been able to. Let me know in the comments for those who play D&D like, would that have been a possible move? Which I really think it would have.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I disengaged and hid behind my elephant friend after he attacked me, and then we ended it. Yeah, that's what happened. But I begged that dude, bro. I legit like I was like, let's pause, please. We've been rolling terrible all night. The dice were not in our favor, bro.
Yeah.
When I tell you I rolled at least 6 ones that night.
Oh no.
I rolled at least 6 ones. Like myself. That's not counting my crew. We were rolling really bad, but it made it funny. It made it so damn funny. And he was like, "Oh, I got this." And he in rage mode with a bonus attack, swung his great axe, and hit me.
Destruction.
Well, it looks like we're at that mark. Holy crap.
Man, oh yes. We're there. And we just started too. But you know what? It's 2 great things have happened this week, man. Forsaken came out. You got to enjoy Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
And there's actually a lot of stuff we missed.
Yeah, like real quick. Henry Cavill Superman is now Geralt of Rivia for the Witcher.
Yes. Superman is playing
Geralt.
You
know what's so funny? I did not picture him playing that role, but then when I seen somebody draw the design up,
he
looked great. I was like, oh, okay. I know the man can act because he gave emotion to Superman.
Yeah, well, but you know what? All of the like the medieval times and those era characters, the stuff that they wear. You ever see like shows when they take them off? They be all super buff, like super cut. He'd fit right in.
Yeah. He's gonna be perfect.
Yeah. So he just got to grow his hair out. It'll be good. He probably been already growing it out. He probably got the little mini ponytail.
Hey.
He got a man bun.
Right?
Yeah.
You know we got to get Spider-Man, right?
I'm not buying Spider-Man. I'm tired of beating Spider-Man games. Until Marvel gives me a Carnage movie, I ain't buying no more damn Spider-Man.
Hey, we've been beating Spider-Man games.
I've been beating Spider-Man games since I was young.
I've been playing them since Sega.
I'm tired of playing Spider. I'm tired of jumping around the same city.
Maximum Carnage?
Man.
That game was raw.
Listen. Marvel need to put everything aside and appease to me. To me. If you don't appease to me, I ain't playing that shit.
Give it to me. Hey, so, you know what?
Do you really want it though?
I mean, I'll pick it up.
You gonna get it?
You know, if I'm gonna get it, it's gonna be digital.
Of course.
Well, look though, real quick, and I'm gonna shut up after this.
Okay.
The Spider-Man game where you got to pick your, you got to choose paths. That was dope. I forgot what it was called.
Is that a recent one?
Yes. It was on like 360, I want to say 360 and PS3.
Yeah.
Where it had to do with like Venom, and depending on if you went evil or you went good, and you would have to fight like Wolverine. You could either save your girl.
Oh, that was on.
That was dope.
I think that was on PS3. Was it?
It was PS3.
Yeah, the one where the symbiote got everywhere.
Yes.
And it got into Venom. Or it got into, not Venom, it got into Wolverine.
Everybody.
That, I had that on PlayStation. I would agree with you. That was the best Spider-Man.
You know what? No lie. Do you remember the intro?
No, I don't. That game was so long ago.
You know what? Let me tell you why I remember the intro, and like I said, I'll shut up. That intro, the cinematic was so intense. I want to say he had to pick between like saving a kid and somebody dying. And it was like almost emotional.
Yeah.
It was a lot of heavy choices. It was trying to show you basically.
Yeah.
Watch it. I might do a review for that. Like just because off time.
I may look for that Spider-Man game because since I got the PlayStation 3 hook back up, I've been really thinking about playing
that game.
I'm gonna tell you why that game was dope. But like you're talking about the whole picking and choosing. Remember when you were being called for stuff, and then your spidey senses went off for something that was going on. So like a lady was being robbed, and you had to go get her, find her purse, or somebody just needs to be transported to the hospital, and you like had to go pick it, and then it was almost like you failed in a sense and won at the same time. It was that game was dope. I remember
Everything
that
had
game.
Consequences.
Yeah,
everything had consequences.
I remember Venom. I remember the symbiote getting into Wolverine, and I was like,
and you had to fight him at the bar.
Yeah, I said, no.
That was intense. Didn't you throw his bike at him? Yeah, you could throw his bike at him. I want to say it was intense.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. If
I forgot what that damn game was called.
Man, I remember. Oh, here we go. Here's the picture of it. I'm gonna bring it up right now on the screen.
I need that.
Actually, Web of Shadows.
There you go.
Spider-Man Web of Shadows.
That was that Spider-Man the movie 2, Spider-Man the game 2. That was revolutionary because remember that was I want to say Spider-Man 2 the game was the first full open world Spider-Man.
Okay.
Where remember you got to start delivering pizzas, blah 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 blah. Like all of that was there. Okay. And then this one.
Here, let me. I'm gonna bring it up right now because this was the dope picture of Venom when the symbiote got to. Yeah, this is the picture right here. I'm gonna send it to you.
Got you.
But yeah, this picture right here on screen right now was the picture he's talking about from the game we're talking about, Web of Shadows. Actually, this is the fight scene where you had to fight the symbiote when it took over Wolverine.
The game was dope.
Yep.
And then I want to say there was multiple endings. I want to say there was like 3. I know for sure there was 2 endings, but I want to say there was more than 2.
I'm pretty sure because this was like the time where games were starting to take that turn of like multiple choicing things, stuff like that. So there, I just sent the picture to you.
Oh, yep, that was it.
This was the game. So yeah, but
enough of that. Subscribe. Check out all our links. I'm gonna get T Jones to build up his Patreon page so he can have one too.
Patreon. I actually got one. I just don't market it like that.
Oh well, man, you gotta sell out, man.
I know.
Some strange with some change.
I know.
Not like my rogue character though. You ain't gotta go around doing all that.
Yeah, I don't think I want to take that path.
You ain't gotta turn on the red light.
I don't want to take that path, man. Stupid.
Well, folks, no, I'm happy we're back. I'm gonna make a job out of this, man, and I want to be here every Monday or Tuesday and really get this going. I want to do every week.
Every week. Breaks. Yeah, and we, like I said,
Life happens.
Things happened. We had to take a break for a bit, but we back, man. We back. We don't want to bore you with the reasons why, but things happen and we're back. As long as we
got this lighting too. Man.
Yeah, and he finally stepped out of the Web of Shadows and into clutch.
He did that.
Yes,
now
I
we're
did
getting
that.
awkward. I'm Baron J67.
I'm T Jones.
Subscribe and
peace.
Peace.